Let me tell you something real. I've seen businesses blow upwards closer to $40,000 on ads in a year and get nothing back. Not a single client, not a lead worth calling, just frustration and unfortunately a lighter wallet. Typically, this is the type of clients that I get that comes to me where they're frustrated with their last agency and they say, it's the agency's fault. Well, let me stop you right there. Once I did the assessment, the ad wasn't the problem. It's the offer. The offer. What you're saying, what you're providing people. And this is what I tell my clients today, that let's put the ego aside and let's really look at the offer. Because here's the truth. No one wants to say it out loud, but ads do not fix broken offers. They do not. If your offer, if what you're selling is not great, even though you have money for the ads, it's not going to fix it. What it does do is exposes them faster. And even if you use AI to say, hey, create an offer for me, AI, if your strategy is not set, that offer will just get exposed faster and AI will help you fail faster. Remember, AI is a tool. So here's how it usually goes. The business owner gets excited. They got a product or service. Maybe it's just a hunch or running a Facebook ad or a Google ad that will blow them up, right? They believe that. Let's go ahead and run these ads. Or I'm pretty sure if I just get more exposure out there, marketing exposure, I'm doing good. So they hire a freelancer, or worse, maybe they just know that they need to get out there, so they boost a couple of their own posts. Oh my gosh, they boost them a few posts, which I think is worse. And then they hear nothing. It's just crickets. Nothing's happening. They start to think what went wrong. They realize, I'm not good. Why am I even bothering again? This is not going to work. Then they hire someone, and maybe that person just took what they had, tweak here, and then still nothing. And they're like, ads don't work for me. They're going to say, it's not working. My business doesn't run on ads, so I'm going to stay away from it. And besides, it's too costly, so I'm going to do it the good old-fashioned way and grind it out. But what they skipped was the foundation, was the offer. What are you offering somebody who are going to come across your ad? That's what they skipped. Before you run a single ad, ask yourself this. Why should somebody choose you instead of somebody else? What makes you so special? I know it sounds simple and maybe a little rude, but this is where most businesses lose money. They're vague. They talk about themselves too much. They try to sell a service and not really a solution. One of my clients is a co-working space. Spent thousands of dollars running ads. They initially said, join our professional community. Nice line, right? Join our professional community. But it didn't connect because people don't buy co-working spaces or services like that. They buy a space where they feel focused, supported. They buy a community that keeps them accountable and connected. So once we reposition the offer around that transformation, that's a key word, the productivity, the people, the peace of mind, same ad spend, but we got 10 times as many results because of that. It's the transformation in that offer that's critical. So now your offer is tight. Your next job is the message. You've got a good offer. It's transformative. Now it's the message and your audience. You need to lock both in before you spend any money on advertising. When I work with a client, we spend a lot of time on locking that in. Your message needs to sound like your customer's voice. You need to get in their mail. If people have said it, they're reading my mail, your message needs to sound like that. You got to get rid of all the marketing jargon or the buzzy words. If you're using AI to help with the messaging, you have to watch out for that because AI is going to use all those buzzy words and M-dashes and things like that. And that's not how people talk. I know when I do AI and use AI with some of my clients and we start to draft out some messaging, I give them a complete list of overused words. Do not use words in their industry within it, just to get started. It has to be clear. You have to provide some clarity in your message, but it can't be word salad and gobbledygook. Here's another example. I have a client who's a tax preparer type client, and they had some initial ads that says, transform your financial future. You can see that on a billboard or a document, huh? Pretty words. That doesn't wake anybody up. Nobody wakes up saying that. I want to transform your financial future. Who talks like that? We have to change it to make it sound like the audience. Get your biggest refund without the IRS stress. You want cash now fast? Work with us. Messages like that are the critical ones when it comes to like tax preparing. And guess what happened? Yes, the results came in. They got more clicks. More people went to their website. The ROI turned positive for them. Audience matched the message. And here's the part most people miss. And here's the part that most people miss. Advertising amplifies your brand, gets you out there. It does not solve it. If your message or your offer is broken, it's just that more people see that it's broken and that it's a problem and they're not interested. They just see it faster. But if your foundation is right, ads are like pouring gasoline on a fire. It will just start to eat up. You'll start getting leads after leads or offers or conversion sales after sales. That's why I tell every client, don't test ads per se, but really test your offer with the ads. What is the offer? What are you offering them? What's the service? And then we're going to do ads with that. One client spent over $15,000 on Facebook trying to sell a course. Everything looked good. They had a course, they had a webinar that lead up into the course. They had fancy visuals. They were getting big impressions. But the funnel was broken. The lead magnet didn't connect with them or was just wasted. Maybe it was the lead magnet, something that you worked on 2 years ago. And guess what? People have changed. They don't just want that. The emails didn't convert, so we paused the ads. We rebuilt the offer a little bit better with more clarity in terms of the message and really selling the transformation. We made the copy clean and simple and to the point. We want to create a clear problem and we just want a simple path to purchase. Nothing crazy. Then we relaunched it and they got twice as many returns as they did before. Same budget, but it was a slightly different strategy. We went after a channel that's where her real customers were and not where everybody else says to go. So if you're thinking about running ads or already have and they didn't work and you're like saying, oh, this doesn't work for me and I don't have the money or the patience to waste money coming up this quarter, here's the fix. Here's what you should do. Make sure you have some clarity or you're crystal clear in your offer. What's the real pain you're trying to solve? What's the transformation that you want to do? That's step one. Step two, you gotta nail that message. That message is so critical. How you say it has to stick, has to land with that audience. It can't be generic. It can't be word salad. It can't use all those buzzy words. You gotta match it to your audience. Make sure that they're actually thinking and ready to buy. So the right audience. If you're doing awareness, that's different. They're still in the decision-making stage. They're still considering. But you gotta match it. When you wanna do conversion, you gotta match it to the audience. Convert, that audience who already knows you, who've already been into your ecosystem. That's a different message than those who just are getting to know you. And then step four, you just turn on the ads. Turn on the ads and get going. Because running ads without a clear funnel is your quickest road to frustration, to ruin, to saying this doesn't work, to getting frustrated with us folks who are a marketing agency who have been doing this for years and not listening to us. You're gonna waste money and then you're gonna blame us and we don't wanna be blamed. So here's the good news. You don't have to guess your way through it. You just need a second set of eyes. Someone who help you connect your offer, your message, and your audience before you spend another dollar on it. That's what I do with my clients every day. We fix what's under the hood first, and then we build campaigns to then print money. Because once your foundation is right, your ads will go from being a gamble to being a system that works. Remember, all about putting it into a system. So before you boost another post, please don't do that. Or drop another dollar on ads. Let's talk. Book a free discovery call with me. The link's in the description below. And we're going to audit your offer. We're going to take a look at it in that free call. We're going to spot the leaks that's in your funnel. And then we'll build a plan for you. You don't have to make a huge dollar mistake when it comes to advertising. Let's make the revenue come out in your advertising. So book a call and let's get those ads profitable. And if you like what you heard today, subscribe to this channel, like it, and turn on your notifications so you can get the next video. Take care.